Hey, Cindy, welcome back to Pondering Podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. Great to see you.
Good to see you. So we have a real quick chat today. This week, we listened to another Brendan Burchard show, but this was one of his workout podcast series. This one was 4 minutes long. There's no ads. He goes quick into it. It's a real simple concept, and this one was judge less. So when I first heard the title, I was like, who are we judging? But it was very quick to come up with, we're judging ourselves and we're judging others. And his point was basically, we need to figure out what judgments we are giving out about other people and what we are judging about ourselves, because we do it constantly and we don't even think about it. Ooh, I like that sweater, or ooh, she doesn't look good today, or what's that couple doing right there? Anyway, he said, judgment really shapes the quality of our lives. So whether we're judging ourselves or others, we are shaping how our lives are playing out because of those constant thoughts that are going on in our heads. So this was an interesting one. It was all about kind of being aware. And I think in terms of working with our clients, we're constantly trying to provoke awareness, but how can we zoom in on the idea of provoking awareness within our daily judgments of ourselves and others? So how does judgment show up for you on a daily basis in your business, in your life, with your clients? How did this one hit you?
This one was kind of interesting for me, when he talked about we jump to judgment right away. And I think, as a parent, I think of that a lot. Like I'll hear my kids say something not nice. I'm like, wait, whoa. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, kind of thing. I grew up with that. So I grew up learning to filter all of those thoughts, but I still think they still come in. So how do we shift that some towards, I think his goal was being more towards acceptance of, and not so much, it was kind of hard. He said to examine your interpretations, that we have this stimulus equals response. Like as soon as something happens, like, ooh, the sweater, response, I like it or don't like it, which is a judgment.
Yeah.
So for me, as far as clients are concerned, I really try to help them see where they're judging themselves, what's getting in their way with judgment, and shift it more towards that internal place. Because if we can be better about placing less or wearing our judge as often as we might, maybe then we will be less judgmental of others. So it's kind of a shift of what maybe he was speaking to, a lot about like how we quickly label other people, give them away, something we don't like, tell them or hold, share it with others. And that just creates the rift in our world. He spoke to racism, but in my mind, I was really thinking of an overall desire for acceptance. That, okay, she has that sweater on. Well, she must like it. Good for her. But that is not how we tend to live. And it brings me back to that, nothing good to say, don't say it at all. And that's, it has its pluses and minuses too, of being able to take criticism. Okay, she doesn't like my sweater. That's okay. I like my sweater. So there's a lot there, I think, when we talk about judgment. Quick, it's not a 4-minute quick, discussion, but I thought he opened the box to an awareness of how quick we are. And if we chose to pause before placing that judgment, we could possibly have a more calm state in ourselves and in our society and in what we do every day. So, it led me down a lot of different little avenues. It was opening. It helped me think deeper, is what I would say with this one. I love that it was quick. I like the short, quick ones that give me even a bite of information to sit and chew on. And that's kind of how I thought this one was. Short,
I think one
to the
of
point.
the things he talks about is, that to create change in our world around judgment, we need to have awareness, right? And the awareness of what we're thinking. But I think in terms of, racism, which is what he was talking around, but even just the idea of acceptance of differences of everyone, whether that's race, gender, identity, disability, anything. If we're aware, then we can start having those more courageous conversations and not just silently judge either, right? The idea of, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all, has a value to it, but also let's not completely shut down the conversation around figuring out how we can find that acceptance in our differences and celebrate everybody for who they are, and open up those courageous conversations with a little bit more awareness around where we're throwing judgment. So yeah, I think for sure these little workouts, and I think that's why he calls them that, are just little glimpses into an idea that are meant to make you think long, well, and after you finish listening to it. So I think this is one we'll probably both continue to think about, and hopefully you guys will too. Share anything that you thought when you heard it, about judging less, and about maybe just overall acceptance of people as they are, and maybe starting those courageous conversations to make a bit of change in the world around us. So hope you guys liked it as much as we did, and we will see y'all next week for our next conversation. Thanks, Cindy.
You're welcome. Good to see you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.